profile photo dated 05/07/17 of Lindsay Dunn outside Leicester Crown Court. She has admitted child neglect after her 5-year-old son Charlie Dunn drowned in a pool at a water park. Photo Aaron Chaunpawaya, a 5-year-old boy who drowned after being allowed to fend for himself at a water park, was placed on a child protection register a year before his death, a court has heard. Birmingham Crown Court was told Charlie Dunn was dragged from a lagoon by other children minutes after his stepfather, Paul Smith, was seen swearing and blaming others for his disappearance in July 2016. Lindsay Dunn, 28, arrives at Birmingham Crown Court where she is due to be sentenced for child neglect after her 5-year-old son Charlie Dunn drowned in a pool at a water park. Photo Aaron Chaunpawaya Smith was jailed for 7.5 years on Wednesday after admitting Charlie's manslaughter on the grounds of gross negligence, witness intimidation and driving while disqualified. It emerged in court that Smith, of Caledonian, Glasgow Heath, Tamworth, Staffordshire, was a person of interest for the authorities after amassing 10 previous convictions covering 28 offences, including burglary and theft. The 36-year-old was sentenced to 5 years and 2 months for the manslaughter of Charlie, who went missing while unsupervised on a trip to Bosworth Water Park in Leicestershire. High Court Judge Mrs. Justice Jefford also sentenced Smith to a consecutive 2-year term for threatening to petrol bomb the home of a witness, and a further 4 months for driving while disqualified. Charlie's mother, Lindsay Dunn, 28, was given an 8-month suspended jail term after admitting neglecting Charlie in a separate incident in 2015 when a neighbour prevented the then 4-year-old from driving a toy car onto a main road. Smith changed his plea to guilty earlier this month, partway through a trial which heard other children pulled Charlie from a lagoon after Smith was seen smoking and heard saying, "For FS sake, we're ready to go. I don't know where he is." Social services are known to have become involved with Charlie, whose death is being examined by a serious case review, when he was 14 months old. The court heard Staffordshire County Council had noted poor home conditions, a lack of food and poor hygiene before Charlie was placed on a protection register in June 2015. Smith had a status of being a risk to children, but there was no evidence of Charlie having come to harm when his protection plan was put in place, prosecutor Mary Pryor QC said. Addressing the judge before sentence, Mrs. Pryor told the court Dunn was of limited intellect and had no previous convictions. Passing sentence, Mrs. Justice Jefford said, "I do not doubt that Lindsay Dunn and Paul Smith had genuine love and affection for Charlie." Rejecting Smith's assertions that he had been an impeccable stepfather, the judge told him nothing could be further from the truth. One father in the lake at the park had to explain to another that Charlie was not his son. "You were completely indifferent to Charlie's whereabouts and safety. This was not a case in which there was an isolated and momentary lapse in care and supervision." Staffordshire councillor Mark Sutton, cabinet member for children and young people, said in a statement, "This was an incredibly sad case and our sympathies are with Charlie's wider family today. A serious case review is currently being conducted to examine what lessons may be learned by partners to help prevent such a tragic event happening again." Press Association